think any of us want to look older than we are. Today I'm going to talk about trends that can actually make you look older. Hi, this is Netta. Welcome to my channel. My whole goal for this channel is to help you build a wardrobe and a style that you love so you look beautiful and feel confident every single day. So today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite topics, trends, but I'm taking a different approach today because I talk a lot about how important trends are, especially over 40. I know people think that, oh, over 40 we need to be all in classic clothes, and I could not disagree more because trends are a really important way of keeping your wardrobe fresh and relevant and contemporary, and contemporary is the opposite of frumpy. I'll say that again. Contemporary is the opposite of frumpy. A modern wardrobe is not going to look frumpy 99.9% of the time. These are the exceptions. So when I talk about how important trends are for making your wardrobe look contemporary, for making it look modern, for making it look fresh, I'm always aware that there are going to be a couple of trends that just because they're trendy, if we wear them after a certain age, they're not going to necessarily look trendy. They're going to look a little bit mature, or they're going to look off, and they're going to have the opposite effect. Rather than updating our wardrobe, making it look fresh, making it look modern, and making us look more youthful, it will have, these items can have the opposite effect, but they're still trends. So some trends work at 20 but don't work at 60 as well, and not because we can't wear them, but because when we put them on, maybe something looks a little bit off, or we feel like we have to work a little bit harder to style those items in a way that's going to be flattering, or it's going to look modern on us. So that's the point of this video, to show you that just because something is trendy, and I have said this before, but just because something is trendy doesn't mean it deserves a place in your wardrobe. Or in the iterations that you're seeing it may not deserve a place in your wardrobe. Maybe you can find a version where you can make it work. So let's get into it, because I can talk about trend, my philosophy about trends all day long, but I want to show you specifically what I'm talking about when it comes to some of these trends. Now, the first trend I want to talk about is the crisscross sandal. Now, these are the sandals. I'm going to throw up a pair here by Madewell. They've got these crisscross wide leather straps at the top that crisscross across the foot. Now, I think I have a little bit of bias against these types of sandals, because growing up, these are the sandals that I would see Egyptian grandmas shuffling around the house. These look like Egyptian grandma house slippers to me. Do you remember like the deer foams from back in the day that were made out of like this fuzzy material, and they were in this shape? To me, this looks like a house slipper, and I can't get that out of my head. Now, especially in a very utilitarian color and style like these from Madewell, yeah, they're hip on a 20-year-old. I still don't love them, but they're hip on a 20-year-old. I just feel like they can look a little bit frumpy on anybody over 35 or 40. That's just my 2 cents. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to dismiss crisscross sandals entirely, but these very basic, simple ones are going to be harder to wear in a way that looks flattering and modern. To me, they're going to always look a little bit like a house slipper on somebody mature. That might just be me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This could be controversial. But I really like, instead, if you like this style, because it is super comfortable, it does stay on your foot a lot better than a strappier sandal. So for those of you who have issues with that, or who have foot issues and need your shoes to be really comfortable, there are some very, very comfortable versions of this crisscross sandal, and some of them can be really cute and really flattering. So this pair from Open Edit that's got this braided leather upper, and it's in a softer color, is so much easier to wear and much more flattering and much less slippery, in my opinion, than the very basic black pair from Madewell. So just by making a substitution and saying, okay, I'm going to skip the really kind of basic stodgy pair and pick a prettier pair, I think works really well. Another way to wear this crisscross trend, if you really like it, is to do a really chunky flatform or platform sandal in this crisscross style. Now, the really chunky, really bulky ones very much remind me of the styles that were around in the 90s. These are being paired with really flowy, pretty, lightweight summer dresses and all sorts of summer essentials, and it's really one of the styles of the moment is this chunky, flat form, block-heeled platform, whatever you want to call it, crisscross sandal, or chunky sandal is a very, very big look for summer. And so it really kind of gives us permission to wear comfort shoes again. So a lot of comfort sandals kind of look like this already, and we're seeing them in more modern versions so that you can wear a really comfortable sandal all summer long that is actually super trendy looking, and know that your outfit looks fresh and relevant and cute. So I'm going to share several of those ideas in the catalog that is linked to this video. It's linked in the description box below. I'll have some ideas of crisscross sandals that can actually be flattering and comfortable, different chunkinesses when it comes to heels, different styles, so that, if you're looking for a style like this, you can find one that actually works better. So, but the very basic, very plain crisscross in black or maybe bone or whatever is going to be just a little bit, in my opinion, a little bit hard to look really cute after a certain age. Okay, along those lines is there are a lot of sandals now that look like the comfort sandals I told you guys to not wear 3 years ago or 2 years ago, and now they're trendy. They look like orthopedic shoes. And even if you have to wear orthopedic shoes, because I know many of us do, doesn't mean that you want them to look like orthopedic shoes. So case in point, these Stout and Birkenstock collaboration Arizona big buckle strap sandal. These have the top stitching and the bulkiness, and there's like no nod to style here. These are an intentionally ugly shoe. Like, they're just intentionally not trying to be cute. And that top stitching is the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I was like, okay. And then I saw the top stitching and I'm like, no, they're doing it on purpose. Because they're trying to make it look like a grandma shoe or an orthopedic shoe. That's just what they're doing here. And they're not cute. And you put them on, and if you actually are a grandma, or like me, you're not a grandma, but you're old enough to be a grandma, you're going to look more grandma-ish because of these shoes. So instead, if you like Birkenstocks are very much in style. They're not my particular favorite, but they're very, very stylish, and there are a lot of cute Birkenstocks. My daughter's looking for a pair right now. Like, they are super trendy, and they're one of those styles of shoes that you can wear from 15 to 75 if you're 95 or whatever, if you pick the right pair. So these Arizona color block sandals, these are the Birkenstock Arizonas. It's the same basic silhouette as the other sandal. These are color block. They're a little bit more fun and a little bit more elevated. They've got them in metallic. They've got them in bright colors. Just avoid the top stitching. Maybe go for something with a little bit more style. That's just my feeling. About that, because otherwise we look like we've got blocks on our feet, and we're wearing like those orthopedic shoes. And I just don't think that that's the best look. So, just a small switch can make something that was a little stodgy looking, make it look a lot more contemporary. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is a midi dress in a classic print. This is very, very trendy. I'm going to show you. This is a classic dress in a classic color and a classic pattern. This is from Bash. It's a very trendy brand. This is a trendy dress, believe it or not, a trendy dress from a trendy brand, a very contemporary brand. And I'm always telling you to look in the contemporary section, but that doesn't mean that we can buy everything in the contemporary sections of department stores. There's still going to be things that, this is going to be trendy on a 20 or 30-year-old, but on a 50-year-old like me, it's going to look a little bit matronly. So classic dress and classic color and classic pattern, very, very big trend. These office dresses, these dresses that look like people would have worn, like in the 9 to 5 movies, like Jane Fonda's character would have worn this dress, like something very, very classic office or classic secretary look from back in the day. Those are very hard to wear after a certain age and have them look chic. So instead, I recommend making one of those details modern. So again, that's a classic dress, classic color, classic pattern. So if you take the word classic out of one of those categories and you make that modern, you're going to have a much easier look to wear. So for example, this dress is a modern, flattering silhouette in a classic pattern. So it makes it easier to wear. You're not like classic, classic, classic. You're modern classic, right? And that's what we're going for. If we're going to go for classic over the age of 50, we want it to be modern classic. We don't want it to be stodgy classic. And so this modern dress, flattering shape, ruched and fitted through the waist. It's got a flowy sleeve. So again, it's a modern silhouette, but it's done in a classic pattern. So that's one way to update this office dress trend that I'm seeing everywhere. Another way is to pick a classic dress silhouette and make the pattern modern. So this is just gorgeous. This is from Reese. It's a classic shirt dress. So very classic style, classic length, classic office friendly vibe, but the pattern is really interesting, really modern, really fresh and unique. So again, classic, classic, classic can often look frumpy, frumpy, frumpy. We need an element of modern, an element of updated, an element of freshness in these pieces to make them work for us over 40, over 50. Okay, along those lines, there's also the office blouse. There's the little floral blouse and a ditzy print that, traditionally you would pair with a little matching suit, or you would pair with, a pencil skirt or dress slacks. Does anyone remember the word slacks? Does anyone still use the word slacks to go to the office? These are office tops, office blouses. And often they come in these little floral prints, or they come in something that we call non-prints, which is like a nondescript little geometric print that doesn't do anything to add or take away from the style of the top. So they're just basic, and they can definitely look potentially frumpy depending on how you style them. So one of the ways to keep these tops from looking frumpy is to do what I suggested with the office dress, and that's to pick an element that is modern. So this first top, this ditzy floral top from Caslon, the pattern is a little hard to wear. It's a little potentially frumpy. The shape is, it's okay. It's not exciting. It's just kind of boring. But if you mix up one of the details, and in this case I mixed up both of the details, and we've got a little bit more of a contemporary print, and we definitely have a more contemporary style. So it's a contemporary, more relaxed style for this blue printed top. It's also a Nordstrom brand. I think this is Treasure and Bond. Everything will be linked below. It's got a little bit of a flowy sleeve. It's got a little bit more interesting neckline, but mostly it's the pattern that really updates this look. So the pattern is a little bit more modern, is a little bit more a little less wishy-washy looking, and I think that it elevates this office top and makes it something that's a lot more modern and a lot less frumpy. Something you can pair with shorts, you can pair with jeans, you can pair with your work clothes, and it's going to work equally well in all of those settings. Now, I'm moving away from items that are designed to make young women look older. The office dress and the office top, and the orthopedic shoe, those are items that are designed to make young women look older. They're worn ironically by young women. And these are pieces that traditionally they would have said, oh, that's a grandma shoe, or that's a grandma dress. And now they're wearing it and they're like, look at me, I'm so cute. Of course they're cute because they're 25. But now I'm moving to the opposite end of the spectrum. And then these are clothes that were traditionally worn by babies. So I'm talking about baby doll tops and baby doll dresses. And before I lose you here, I will say that when I have been experimenting over the last couple of years with some of the crazy voluminous dress styles that have come out, I have come out firmly in favor of a baby doll dress. They are not for everybody. And let's eliminate the word baby doll from our vocabulary. I wish they would stop calling them that because it makes us feel infantile. But it's basically a short flowy dress. It's a shorter sundress. That's it. So let's take oh my gosh, I can't wear that. I'm 40. Who can wear a baby doll? Now there are versions of these dresses that are absolutely going to make us feel silly, and then there are versions that are going to make us feel cute, and that's what I want to talk about here. So baby doll dresses that literally look like little clouds of chiffon fabric. I'm going to just show you this one. I mean, I absolutely would have worn this dress at 20. Like it just looks like a little puffy cloud of chiffon, happiness and femininity. Can I wear that dress now? I would look like a goofball. It would just look silly. It just would look silly. In my opinion, it would look silly because it looks like a little girl dress. It looks like a doll dress is what it looks like. Here's another dress, a little bit easier to wear because it's got a waist detail and it's a more flattering silhouette, but it's pink and then it's got the ruffles, and then if you look in the back of this dress, it's got the flowers that are here. It goes all the way down the back, and it's just it's just got a lot going on. It's very, very youthful looking in its style. And then I'm going to show you this top that has the same kind of vibe to it. Now the top isn't bad. It's just that to me, the combination of color and style can make this feel a little young. And I mean, you can wear it in a modern way, like she's wearing it with jeans, and probably pull off that top just fine, but it's borderline, right? So now I'm going to show you a couple of options of baby doll dresses that we can actually wear over 40 without looking like we're trying to wear our toddler grandkid or whatever's clothes, right? So here's that same exact pink top in black. It looks completely different in a neutral color. So if you're looking at some of these styles and you're like, can I? Like, do I dare? Try them in a neutral. Try them in a neutral solid. It's going to be a lot easier to wear than one of these light colors or like a floral pattern, something like that. Okay? This top is actually from Astor, the label. It's actually one of my favorite contemporary brands. And I think that could be a fun summertime update in that neutral color. Okay, another item that I think works because it's neutral is this crochet detail cotton baby doll dress. This is the silhouette that I have been wearing on repeat. I have versions of this from everywhere, from Old Navy to Farm Rio, and I love this silhouette. It's fitted through the waistline. It's got just a shorter flowy skirt, and it's got a full sleeve. So doesn't have a lot of detail on it that makes it look young or like a doll would wear it or like a baby would wear it, but it's a neutral color, crisp kind of linen or cotton blend fabric, and this silhouette that to me works a lot better on a petite person than some of the more voluminous style prairie dresses that are in stores still as we speak. So this baby doll dress is a style that you can pull off if you like it and if it suits your style aesthetic. I realize that a baby doll dress is not for everybody. So this is just if you've been wanting to try a short flowy dress. They're calling them baby doll dresses. If you want to try a short flowy dress, that might be an option for you. I also really like this one from SEA. It's their crochet detail cotton baby doll dress. This is a little bit more fashiony, a little bit more out there, but a really pretty dress that can kind of give you that short flowy dress feeling that you want for summer without looking kind of silly. Now this one is super affordable and I think pretty easy to pull off for many women. This is from a brand called En Saison, like in season. It's only $39. It's this beautiful green color. Again, so these are solids for the most part. You're going to look for a solid in these dresses, or you're going to look for a really modern pattern and not a ditzy floral, because that's going to really make it look a little bit more sophisticated. And so the goal as we get older is to have clothes that look more sophisticated while still looking fresh and trendy and contemporary. Not to go in the direction of grandma clothes or go in the direction of baby doll clothes. We want that elegant, polished, sophisticated in between. Like, I know my style, I own my style, I know what's happening in fashion. I'm picking and choosing what works for me, what works for my wardrobe, what works for my personal style. This is simply my take on some of these trends. And some of them you might be like, I really want to wear the shoe that she calls the orthopedic shoe. I love those. Those are totally me. And then fine. Or you really want to wear the chiffon baby doll dress? Go for it. Obviously, we are all going to have different comfort levels and different personal styles and different lifestyles and different budgets and different everything, different bodies. But this is my take on some of the things in some of the clothes in stores right now and how to navigate some of these trends in a way that I think will be the most versatile and the most flattering for your wardrobe. Let me know what you think. I know I threw a lot out at you in today's video. Can't wait to hear your thoughts on these trendy pieces. Are all of them just off your list? Do you own them all? Do you, are you picking and choosing like I am? Let me know in the comments. I always love hearing from you. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like videos like this and would like to see more like it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, and hit the notification bell. Lets you know when I upload new videos every Tuesday and every Friday.